Beautiful brothers and sisters, great I ams, we know that we are living in the greatest time on planet Earth, where she will go through her great healing and her great change. We know that we are the ones chosen to help Mother Earth and humanity move into a higher consciousness. And we know that we can do it. We are starting to remember how. We are starting to remember that living in love consciousness is much more powerful than ego consciousness. And we are starting to understand the power behind our own hearts, the power behind unifying ourselves in love. We are starting to understand that the ancient wisdom that the ancient indigenous cultures have been giving us for thousands of years could not be wrong. In fact, they have been telling us to live from the heart. And living from the heart will actually help humanity take that giant step forward in changing the consciousness on Mother Earth for all beings. How do we live from the heart when we were born and raised in an ego-conscious planet? How do we stay in love on a planet that is ruled by imbalanced masculine and feminine? How do we be love? How do we know when we are living in the heart? Like so much in life, the answer is quite simple. But because our minds complicate things, it can seem difficult at first, no doubt. For me, being in the heart has to do with being present, not just to my surroundings, but what is before me outdoors. The trees, the mountains, the water, the smallest insect to the greatest animal walking the land. It has to do with the tree outside of your window that you have seen your entire life, but have barely noticed. It has to do with being present to myself and to my feelings, my emotions. There are many spiritual teachers in past describing the same thing, maybe using a different language to do so, but when you pay attention to the heart, and the teachers in the ancient ways, you will all hear them say the same thing. Be love, live from the heart, and you will change the world into something better. Basically, when I speak of living from the heart, I mean living from a place of presence in the moment, where the mind isn't ruling. This doesn't happen very often when we can give over completely to our feelings, our emotions, to our heart, and let the ruling mind step aside. But that is exactly what we need to do in order to know that we are truly living from our heart. Using my heart rather than my mind to perceive a reality implies a connectedness between everything I see, touch, and sense, and my own inner being. When we are living from the heart, we feel that we are one with other living things, with everything that is. And this is where we need to take time out of our day to become still, to become quiet, to realize that all of our surroundings, all of this life that lays just outside of our window is alive, and that we can connect to it on such a deep level. When we realize that the grass and the trees, the insects, the mammals, all life that is out there is actually connected to us. We are a part of it, and it is a part of us. There is emotion and feeling, and we are all sentient beings. We are all united by consciousness. We then start placing value on the things that we once just thought was just a tree, or just a bird, or just a fish. Brothers and sisters, we as human beings have been given beautiful human bodies, and we have been given such great gifts in being human beings. But in no shape or form do we rule or have the right to take from other living sentient beings. Because of our great blessings, because we are born as human beings, gives us the ability and gives us the responsibility to be the caretakers over and for the other sentient beings on this planet. We are not better than anything else that is alive on this planet, but we are most definitely more responsible. And out of all life on this living planet, we human beings are the only thing that create trash, that create disease. We are truly the only thing destroying all other life. And we are the very thing that also is the answer. We can heal it, we can turn things around, and we can be love. And by being love, we can raise our vibration, we can raise our consciousness, we can become the answer. And that is exactly who we are. This generation, the beings that live on this planet today, are the strongest of the strong. We are those who will create a new world, who will save our planet from the destruction of hundreds of years of the imbalanced ego. We are here, and we can make this shift. We will change the way that we have been behaving as human beings to the other beautiful living creatures on this planet. The only way we are going to be able to do this is if we understand all life out there has emotion, has feelings, and is connected to your very soul. For a moment, I want you just to close your eyes and feel who it is you are. Feel your soul. Feel who it is you are as a human being. And if you are to imagine that you were born with no legs, do you still exist? Are you still there? Of course you are. And now for a moment imagine that you are not born with any eyes or even a mouth, perhaps no arms either. Are you still there? Of course. You still exist. Your soul, your spirit, your great I am still exists. Who you are still exists. And now for a moment, no matter where you are listening to me speak, imagine that you, your soul, your spark of the great I am, begins to lift up outside of your own body. And you can look down and see yourself. Let your spirit rise higher and higher so that you can see the surrounding land or town. Let yourself lift even higher and higher so that you can see the continent in which you live. Even higher so that you can see beautiful Mother Earth below you. And now higher, even higher into the stars, past the planets, past the solar system into the great, vast darkness, the place of black, where only consciousness exists. This place of awe and everything, the place where the great I Am connects to the great everything. You are pure consciousness. And in your pure consciousness, you choose to send a spark of this great consciousness to planet Earth. You choose to go to this magnificent planet to be a part of something so amazing. The blue ocean, the green rainforests, the mountains, the trees, the jungles, the rivers, the sand, the great deserts. You want to become part of something so brilliant. And you send a spark of yourself, slowly moving down, down, down to planet Earth. And soon you open your beautiful eyes, and you are conscious about being born to this wonderful planet. But as you open your eyes, you realize that you have been born into a magnificent tree. Your roots go deep into the earth, and you grow tall and strong, and you breathe in carbon dioxide, and you breathe out oxygen to give all the rest of life on planet Earth breath. You are such a magnificent being. You connect to the rest of the trees in the forest. You provide animals a home, from birds to 100 different kinds of insects. You become your own ecosystem, giving life. You are magnificent, and you are brilliant. You have no arms to reach around and hug someone or something. You have no mouth to speak. But you, just as you thought earlier, as being a human being with no legs and no arms and no mouth, you were still there. You still existed. Your soul was still present. Just as present as being inside of a tree, or inside of a frog, or a great whale, an elephant, to the smallest caterpillar. All life exists. We are part of something much greater than ourselves. As human beings, yes, we are given great responsibility. We are given great gifts. And because we have been given such great gifts means that we need to take care of, to love and be compassionate over others, to help, to see where we are needed. Let your spirit float up out of that tree, higher and higher above planet Earth, and back to your own great I Am in the vast darkness of pure consciousness. Brothers and sisters, remember who you are. Remember that you are the strongest of the strong of souls ever to walk this earth. And we are here together to make the great change. We are here together to shift the consciousness from ego into love. And when you fill your heart with love, when you focus on the positive, when you be love, Your love radiates. Love is the strongest energy on planet Earth. And when we join our love together through meditation, through prayer, we unite, and together we can move mountains. We can heal that which is sick. That is why we are called the strongest of the strong. That is why we have been sent here. That is why we are great I ams. We are those who have been prophesied. We are the tribe of many colors. And we can, and we will heal our planet. God bless every single one of you. Goddess bless every single one of you. Be love, radiate, and we will do this together. I love you, and I love my Mother Earth, and I love every sentient being on this planet. Together, our love can change everything.